Welcome to Mythalel's Dimension, the enchanting realm where magic and mundane collide in the most hilariously unexpected ways. Picture a world where wizards don't just cast spells, but also wield orbital sanders, tacos, and saws. A world where a DIY project isn't just about building something, but also about navigating through magical mayhem and crazy comical chaos. This is the world of Bob, our woodworking wizard wonder boy. Let's embark on a magical DIY journey with Bob that promises to be anything but ordinary. From over-ambitious bookshelf endeavors to magical mishaps, taco breaks, unexpected encounters, and magical melodious interludes to life lessons, we've got it all. So buckle up and get ready to dive into the magical world of DIY wizardry, filled with laughter, lessons, and unexpected surprises. Stay tuned as Bob embarks on a daring project with his table saw. Will he succeed, or will his audacious decision lead him into a storm of chaos? Let's find out. After all, this is where magic meets the mundane. Have you ever wondered about the comical disaster that ensues when a carpenter wizard embarks on a daring project? Meet Bob, a wizard with a knack for woodworking. He's no ordinary carpenter. He's a man who loves risks, and one day he decides to build a bookshelf, equipped only with his table saw and mind. Bob has collected an array of unique materials to construct his shelf, including an unusual plank as Bob starts his adventure. The catch? He measures only once, believing himself to be the legendary unicorn of woodworking, unhindered by the realization of the consequences. His audacious decision leads him into a storm of chaos. Each misstep, each blunder, brings him closer to disaster. Bob's journey, building a bookshelf. It's a testament to his adventurous spirit and a pleasurable deviation from the ordinary woodworking guide. The result? A magical debacle that promises to amuse you if you're finding amusement in Bob's adventure. Remember his catchphrase, measure. Remember how we highlighted Bob's sense of adventure in the previous scene? Bob's motto is 12. And well, his sense of adventure has led him straight into an extraordinary encounter of a magical kind. As Bob ventures into cutting the plank, now halfway cut, becomes sentient, teeters dangerously on an edge, like a celery stick balancing on a rainbow, and begins song. This unexpected circumstance throws Bob into momentary confusion, yet he steels himself for another try at the plank, ready for whatever this magical encounter has to throw at him. Was this incredible event soon to impart a lesson of unfathomable value? Loving the suspense? Smash that like button and subscribe to join us on more of Bob's thrilling journeys. Just as Bob is poised to conscript the wayward sentient plank into uniform, his belly began to emit a booming rumble. The noise so loud that it hushed the humming melody of the plank. Bob, acknowledging his hunger, opts for a brief respite from his intimidating DIY endeavor. He saunters off to his favorite taco spot, Emily's Tacos, which, by a stroke of luck, is just upstairs. As Bob arrives at the end of his miniature gastronomic journey, we see him requesting his preferred pork tacos, brimming with crisp veggies, zesty salsa, and a lavish dusting of cheese. Each mouthful he consumes is relished, the fiery and tangy taste triggering an orchestra of flavors in his mouth, an orchestra that holds its own against the tune his plank and foam will later compose. This unforeseen taco intermission ushers in a moment of happiness for Bob, emphasizing the charm in unexpected disruptions. This is a taco pause, done the Bob way. As he relishes his appetizing tacos, he realizes that even within the struggles of a DIY project, it is essential to pause and appreciate the simple joys in life. Thus, with a gratified grin and a stomach packed with pork tacos, Bob heads back to his workshop, primed to confront the singing plank once again. Remember folks, even in the thick of a DIY project, it's crucial to pause and savor the simple joys in life, like a mouth-watering taco. If you're finding delight in Bob's escapade, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to our channel for more of Bob's unanticipated pauses and enchanting misadventures. On his way back, Bob decides to make a pit stop at the local gas station, Guzzle and Go. Here, he runs into two unforgettable characters, Casper and Uncle Bud. Casper, the neighborhood's most charming pimp, is hard to miss with his flashy attire that glistens under the station's lights and the quick wit that adds a sparkle to his conversations. He is a well-known town character whose tales of the unpredictable outcomes of feasting on unicorns inform people of the dangers. His storytelling style is animated, vivid, and flamboyant, almost like his wardrobe, adding a twist of excitement to their conversation. On the other side is Uncle Bud, the infamous street witch who is a local legend in his own right. Bud's unconventional magic is as unconventional as his vocation, and he often uses it to play pranks on local townsfolk, pranks he pulls using intense sorcery. The reactions of the unsuspecting townsfolk are priceless, particularly his tale of the musical plank, which ignites a round of fear-filled laughter amongst them each time. This impromptu gathering at the Guzzle and Go underscores the importance of friendship, close bonds, and pixie dust. Remember, a trip to the local gas station can unexpectedly turn into a lively breakdancing competition when Casper and Bud are involved. Just as Bob is about to take a second shot at cutting the plank, a sudden interruption catches him off guard. A jingle starts playing, seemingly out of nowhere. Bob looks around, puzzled, before realizing that the melody is coming from his phone. As the confusion clears like a new dawn, we are reminded Bob's interludes always have a melody. He picks up his phone and finds a pop-up ad on his screen. It's a sponsor ad from Swan's Crossings, advertising their exclusive range of enchanted guitars, available only on reverb.com. As the enchanting melody from the ad fills the room, Bob can't help but tap his fingers on the table saw in rhythm, momentarily forgetting his DIY project. The plank, still humming its own tune, seems to be in a duet with the ad's enchanting music. The room is filled with a symphony of unexpected melodies, making for a string of anguishing breaks in Bob's continuously constipated DIY endeavor. And as the ad concludes, Bob finds himself smiling, realizing that even the most unexpected interruptions can bring a moment of stupendous confusion and frustration. Now, let's get back to the task at hand, shall we? If you're enjoying this musical interlude, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more of Bob's magical mishaps and melodious interludes. As we draw Bob's story to its thrilling zenith after his menagerie of magical mishaps earlier, we pivot towards the grand finale. Brace yourselves for the iconic line we've all come to love. Bob's mishaps are clues to a wizard's riddle. This is the point we've all held our breaths for, and it just happened, and we missed it. Bob's victorious triumph in soaring the plank, a resounding moment in his DIY wizardry voyage. As we reminisce about the pearls of wisdom gained from this encounter, we see it in the form of wizardly wisdom Bob gained from his battle with this sentient plank, and in the realization that each stumble has unraveled a truth of DIY wizardry. But don't go away just yet. There's more in store. Keep watching for the next episode where Bob resumes his enchanted bookshelf journey. And that's a wrap on Bob's Bookshelf Misadventure. We want to extend a heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you for joining us on this magical DIY journey. From Bob's ambitious endeavor to his magical mishap, and of course, his unexpected encounter, you've been there every step of the way. We'd love to hear about your own magical DIY stories. Did you find a fairy in your toolbox? Did your paintbrush turn into a wand? Share your stories in the comments below. We can't wait to read them. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more of Bob's enchanting adventures. We've got a whole host of magical mishaps and DIY wizardry lined up for you. Until next time, keep the magic alive. And remember, in Mythalel's dimension, the mundane and magical are just a saw cut away.